Welcome everybody to What's the 411? This is the place that brings you news, observation, interpretation, and news commentary. Let's get it. What's going on? Welcome back to What's the 411 News. And in case you did not know, that's right, Rosita has been canceled from Sesame Place. But the racist acts of Rosita and the other characters still don't seem to have been addressed. You know what I mean? But so far, all we get is a cancellation for the disrespect to Black children and the racist acts that Rosita has. Rosita sounds like a Spanish name. Latina has been treating Black children. All right. So with that being said, let's get into it, man. Let's see what's going on. All right. From Sesame Place, Philadelphia, it says, our brand, our park, and our employees stand for inclusivity and equality in all forms. That is what Sesame Place is all about. And we do not tolerate any behaviors, our parks, that are contrary to that commitment. All right. To making sure every family and every child has the best possible experience at our parks. And we are incredibly disappointed when that does not happen. Regarding the incident yesterday, of course, the incident that they're referring to that happened a while back that we reported here on WT4 News. All right. The costumes our performers wear sometimes make it difficult to see at lower levels. And I call BS on that because you've seen the videos. All right. And sometimes our performers miss hug requests from guests. The performer, and that's another thing, that seems like a lie as well. That line right there. I'm going to read that again. All right. The costumes our performers wear sometimes make it difficult to see at lower levels. That's BS. And sometimes our performers miss hug requests from guests. Now, I thought it was said that they were supposedly told that they were not supposed to give hugs. But now you're saying that sometimes the performers miss hug requests. So it seems like some more BS, right? Seems like a bunch of more BS going on here. All right. Seems like a lot of BS going on. They're doing a real big CYA, if you know what I mean. A lot of garbage going on here. All right. So it says, let's look further here real quick. The performer portraying the Rosita character has confirmed that no hand gesture seen several times in the video was not directed to any specific person. So I believe that's the one where you seen the Rosita walking and then waving her finger like, no, not you. I think we reported on that here, right? So it's saying the performer portraying the Rosita character has confirmed that the no hand gesture seen several times in the video was not directed to any specific person. But you clearly see in the video, if you go back to our previous news reports on Rosita, you clearly see that the Rosita character waved a finger in a no gesture towards those kids. All right. It was a response to multiple requests from someone in the crowd who asked Rosita to hold their child for a photo, which is not permitted. All right. So the distinction between a hug and to be held. Okay. The Rosita performer did not intentionally ignore the girls And that's the two black girls that was in that previous video that we reported on, and is devastated about the misunderstanding. We spoke to the family and extended our apologies and invited them back for a special meet and greet opportunity with our characters. We apologize to these guests for not delivering the experience they expected, and we commit to do our best to earn their and all guest visit and support. Okay, Sesame Place confirmed the incident occurred in a statement posted to Instagram on Saturday, but said it was a misunderstanding. B. Ivory Lamar, the attorney for the family, who have launched a $25 million lawsuit against the Philadelphia-based theme park, previously rejected the firm's explanation. All right. Sesame Workshop is aware of the recent incident at Sesame Place, Philadelphia, which we take very seriously. What these children experienced is unacceptable. We have been in contact with Sesame Place, our licensed park partner, and they have assured us that they will conduct bias training and a thorough review of the ways in which they engage with families and guests. All right. As a global nonprofit educational organization with a mission to help children grow smarter, stronger, and kinder, Sesame Workshop has always stood for respect, inclusion, and belonging, and is committed to providing the highest quality, engaging experiences for all children and families. We hold our partners to the same high standards. We will continue working with our long-term partner, Sesame Place, to ensure that appropriate actions are taken and that incidents like this do not happen in the future. All right. Sesame Workshop, which was careful to explain that Sesame Place is a licensed partner, posted another statement on his social media regarding the incident. All right. So now, during the press conference, he called the reason that the actor couldn't see as bogus, adding, "This is not about money. They are calling for the performed to be terminated, saying it is the only acceptable action that the company can take." Lamar noted he has received evidence from 25 to 30 other black families of similar incidents at the Sesame Street based theme park over the years. Jody Brown, the mom who filmed the incident, says that her daughter, Skylar, 6 years old, has been forced to isolate with her grandmother after the incident, which caused her great distress. The theme park has apologized about the incident since the video was posted over the weekend by Brown, who took her daughter Skylar and niece Nyla, both 6, to the park. The family has also said to be looking to get the two girls therapy to help them cope with the apparent snub. All right. Sesame Workshop, which was careful to explain that Sesame Place is a licensed partner, then posted another statement on his social media Monday night. They wrote, "What these children experience is unacceptable." And I think I read all this already, so I'm going to skip that. All right. And continue on here. Some of the stores had a few items of Rosita merchandise, but she did not have her own section in any of the shops. Other characters such as Abby, Elmo, and the Cookie Monster were already readily available. The park said they will be including a comprehensive racial equity assessment, more BS, and developing and implementing an anti-bias training and educational program. I don't know why they didn't do this from the start or before they even began to start Sesame Place to already been doing this already. It's kind of interesting how they wait for things like this to happen and then all of a sudden they want to do all this comprehensive racial equity assessment BS. All right. This is straight BS. By the end of September 2022, they say that all employees will have received the training to address bias, promote inclusion, prevent discrimination, and ensure all guests and employees feel safe and welcome. Guests and employees. Employees for what? This is not even about the employees. It's about the people who come to the park, the kids being racially discriminated against. So what does it have to do with? See, that's how you know it's BS. All new employees will also undergo the training, and the assessment will include engagement with both internal and external stakeholders. All right. Interesting. A structure had also been put in place in front of a board showing Rosita in the middle of Big Bird and Cookie Monster near the dining hall in the theme park. All right. Okay. In a previous statement that the company on Sunday, theme park officials called the now viral moment a misunderstanding. BS. Bull. It ain't no damn misunderstanding. Saying the mascot likely did not see the girls due to limited vision in the costume's unwieldy mask. That's just the con, the skit, the excuse that they're gonna go with. The vision was limited, but you seen that Rosita look right at them girls and waved her fingers at them. Yeah, right. The vision didn't look limited in that video. They said our brand, our park, and our employees stand for inclusivity and equality in all forms. Yeah, right. Well, this one didn't stand for it. The one who did that. This is what Sesame Place is all about, and we do not tolerate any behaviors in our parks that are contrary to the commitment. Yeah, right. We also are and always have been committed to making sure every family and every child has the best possible experience at our parks, and we are incredibly disappointed when that does not happen. We spoke to the family and extended our apologies and invited them back for a special meet and greet opportunity with our characters. The park said actor portraying Rosita, who was not named, interesting, very interesting, did not intentionally ignore the girls and is devastated. No, you're not devastated. You're just hurt that you got caught. The park said that the actor portraying Rosita, I read that. The statement alleged Rosita was gesturing no to another guest who had requested they hold their child for a photo, which is not permitted. Yeah, right. The park also said the mascot likely did not see the girls due to limited vision, the costumes unwieldy masks, which sometimes make it difficult to see at lower levels. And my thing about that excuse that they're using with that is they're using that excuse, right? They're using that excuse, but I bet you this has probably been known for a long time, and you would think they would have already had that taken care of. I believe that has been going on for quite some time. Multiple characters merchandise was available throughout the theme park, but it appeared that Rosita had been reduced in the stores, with other characters taking more precedence. Interesting. All right. Other staff members claimed that the characters were on rotation for meet and greets, and not all the characters appear on the parade, including Big Bird. But on the Sesame Place app, any events with Rosita can be found by actively searching her name, with only one meet and greets for certain characters appearing. Rosita was one of the only characters who was not included in the daily parade, with staff members adding that the performers were now being told to remain on the floats after the allegations. Other images of the character have been hidden by the park, with Rosita and Big Bird both being covered with a large purple structure close to a dining hall in the theme park. Stores selling merchandise of Sesame Street also appear to have either removed items featuring the character or having less out on display. Any empty baths in one of the stores appeared to be where Rosita figures had been, but were now empty. Excuse me. Mugs and other items also did not feature the character, but it is not clear if she was just not part of the main 2022 branding before the incident. T-shirts, plush toys, and various other items were also on display for the other characters of Sesame Street, but none of the stores had a Rosita section. Sesame Place did not respond to requests for comment from the news source regarding removal of Rosita, but did not confirm a new series of initiatives. Okay. Other stands with characters' face on it were also not open during a visit by a particular news company, with staff confirming that Rosita also had also been removed from the parade. Another said Rosita restaurant had been closed for the last few weeks. There hasn't been a real explanation as to why, but staff are assuming it could be due to the accusations. The meet and greets have also changed recently, but that could also be because of the heat with some of the characters. The character has not been removed from the latest series of the TV show, premiered on HBO Max in November of last year. All right. Rosita's Cocina, a Mexican-themed restaurant at the park, has remained closed since the incident, with staff telling the news source that it is unlikely to open again for a while. All right. And here's the picture here that I was referring to. It looks like they were clearly, this Rosita was looking at them very clearly. And I think this in that video, the Rosita waved 2 times, fingered somebody, waved the finger at somebody else, and then at the girls, these 2 girls here in the picture as well. So their excuses they're using that they Rosita can't see is a bunch of BS. You clearly can see it in the video. So you guys go back and check out that news story we did on Rosita and some of the other Sesame Place characters, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The Rosita character has been canceled by Sesame Place after the racism allegations came to light. Excuse me. 2 little girls were seen reaching up to the character, who waved a hand in a no gesture, with the parents claiming it is because the girls were black. Okay. And then you see a little picture there. All right. Rosita was one of the only characters who was not included in the daily parade, with staff members adding that the performers were now being told to remain on the floats. One staff member told the news source, with recent events, Rosita hasn't been around much anymore. She's been taken off the parade entirely since the racism allegations. None of the characters walk the street in the parade anymore, and any meet and greets for her have been called off. This is all because of the allegations. They don't want anyone potentially making the same claims. Essentially, Rosita has been canceled, and I don't think she'll be back anytime soon. Well, good. Doesn't need to be back. We still need to know who the person was that played that was the character, and they need to get the BS comments, their reasoning that they couldn't see the vision was blocked. They need to get rid of that nonsense. And because of that, they also need to change the style of the uniforms, if that's the case. So other characters, so-called, won't have those issues, even though we know that's BS. Again, Rosita's Cocina restaurant has reportedly been closed for weeks, despite the busy summer period. All right. And of course, as we say, Sesame Place has removed all traces of Rosita from the park after a family launched a $25 million lawsuit. All right. She's been canceled, removed all traces of the character from the park after a black family launched a $25 million lawsuit claiming racist mascot ignored their kids. Attractions and restaurants attributed to the Rosita character have reportedly been closed. The Muppet has been canceled following the racism allegations. A family has launched a $25 million lawsuit against the company, with lawyers claiming 25 to 30 more families, like I said earlier, have come forward. Rosita, a bilingual Sesame Street character, is slowly being erased from the theme park in Philadelphia. All right. Sesame Place has canceled Rosita by banning her from meet and greets and the daily parade after the family launched a $25 million lawsuit. She could, can reveal that the bilingual Muppet from Mexico is slowly being erased from the theme park in Philadelphia. I want to say Florida so bad for some reason. Philadelphia, with staff claiming she has been removed in the wake of the controversy. A mother slammed the character as racist after filming Rosita, seemingly ignoring her daughter and niece as they reached out to the character during the parade last month. The two little girls eagerly reached out to the blue character, who was introduced to expand the diversity of Sesame Street, who was seen shaking their finger at them before allegedly hugging the little white girl next to them. Multiple buildings with the costume character's face on them have reportedly remained closed since the incident in July, with staff claiming she has been canceled. All right. So there you have it. All right. What we're going to find out, or we're going to keep our eyes on this case and make sure. I don't know how long the Sesame Place goes for, but if it continues past September, we will definitely be keeping an eye on this and seeing if any more incidents come about after they so-called go through their equality assessment training. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We are available on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. So feel free to follow us on all those platforms. Show your support. Share the videos. We doing it for the FBA, BGR movement. This is What's the 411 News. And I'm out of here. We'll see you again next time. Peace. Welcome everybody to What's the 411. This is the place that brings you news, observation, interpretation, and news commentary. Let's get it.